What is magic eyes good for? It is good for myopia or nearsightedness. And with children, usually if they're less than 200 or 300, something like that, then it can go fairly quickly. So you need to practice with the kids for a couple of days, a week or two, and then they will be back to normal eyesight. So you're basically restoring their natural vision. Hyperopia or farsightedness, again the same thing. This is not so common in Asia, but some children do have that. And this is also responding very well to vision training. In actual fact, many of them should not be fitted with glasses because there is like overcorrection. The American Optometry Association actually in their recommendation for treating farsighted children say that even if you measure +5, there's no reason to put the lenses on. The plus lenses are usually put on in order to control strabismus. But again, the plus lenses does not cure the strabismus, do they? Astigmatism, this is again a tension issue in the muscles, the four muscles around the front of the eye. And if you release that tension, the astigmatism goes away. Eye coordination, this is a problem with this. Eye coordination is never checked, or almost never checked, by the conventional test. They just test for nearsight or farsight. And eye coordination is completely dropped. But yet eye coordination is one of the components in many children's problems with reading. So if your eyes get tired, or if they have trouble reading, or if the letters are jumping or moving around, then eye coordination is most likely the problem. Or if they reverse the letters and stuff like that. This is related to eye coordination. And unfortunately, this is usually not checked. So I've met people in their 60s who had this problem, and yet nobody has ever detected it before. Strabismus, we talked about that a little bit earlier. Again, vision training has a very high success rate with that, since 1940 actually. It is rehabilitating or like physiotherapy for your eyes, and the strabismus will go away. 30% of the people who have cured their strabismus with exercise, when they get really tired or get sick, then the eye might turn again, but when they recover, it goes back to normal and nobody would know. Amblyopia or lazy eye is when the brain switches one eye off because if there's a difference of more than 2 diopters, 200, between the left and the right eye, the brain might simply decide that eye is useless and switch it off. Or if it turns, and again, this is something that you might not really realize unless you check one eye at a time. And again, this is quite easy to correct. Like Alva's eye was farsighted, so that means that basically the brain has switched it off because it needs very big letters compared to the other eyes. So for reading and for near work, it simply uses the better eye. Lazy eye can also be nearsighted, so one eye is more nearsighted. It could be 600 in one eye and 200 in the other. So therefore the difference between the two eyes is just too big, and the brain switches the eye off. And sometimes even with glasses, the correction with glasses, the brain still switches the eye off because it's better, it's easier. Here's my books. Improve Your Eyesight Naturally is actually a bestseller. It's sold more than 100,000 copies, and it's been translated to 10 languages so far. It just came out in Turkish. We have it in Chinese, of course. Read Again Without Glasses is for people who need reading glasses. And this is also being translated into Chinese and will come out sometime next year, we hope. The latest book is about magic eyes, vision training for children. This is what we are talking about. A distillation of my experiences over the last 20 years of working with children. It goes in much more depth into the various kinds of problems that children can experience with their eyes. And also it offers solutions to that and gives you some idea of what could be done. This is the physical part of children's vision. There's another book that's in the works which deals with vision and learning, which is coming out in a year or two. This deals with what happens to the information that comes into the brain, and many learning problems exist there. It's available from the organizers as well as from our friends at Amazon.com. This is what my publishers wrote. I look forward to meet you and your children. I love working with children because children are so amazing. They can do things so quickly and they can restore their vision. And all you have to do is just help them do that. And after you have done it, The only after you have done the work, all you have to do is maintain it, and every week you check the child from the 3 meter point and look at the eye chart. If the child can only see the third line, then it's time to do some exercise to maintain the vision, because you have to remember that the child is still subjected to the same stress that caused the vision in the first place. Unless you take him or her out of school and move to the countryside, the stress is still there. So therefore you have to counter the stress that builds up because of the schoolwork, because of the intensive year work that children in Asia are subjected to. So now I look forward to meet you and your child, and we will do magic together.